Il y avait longtemps qu'on ne s'était pas retrouvés dans cette pièce, n'est-ce pas? Ça fait quelques semaines, même quelques mois. Donc, ça fait plaisir de ressentir un petit peu que cette saison redémarre, puisque les entraînements ont démarré depuis quelques jours seulement. Les abonnements ont repris qu'hier. Et je sens déjà, puisque j'ai parcouru quand même le département de fond en comble depuis 2 mois pour aller montrer un petit peu cette cup, et je sens quand même qu'il y a une excitation réelle depuis cette victoire en cup. Alors c'est vrai que Matty Smith, on en avait parlé depuis très très longtemps, puisque ça doit remonter à plus d'1 an déjà qu'on parlait de Matty Smith, sauf que la saison dernière ça n'a pas pu se faire. Et je crois que c'est avec des joueurs comme Matty Smith et avec des joueurs comme Sam Tompkins qui sont capables à tout moment dans un match de faire basculer un match. Je crois que c'est ces joueurs-là, ces joueurs d'exception, ces joueurs qui sont rares, ces joueurs capables de changer un match sur une action à n'importe quel moment du match. J'espère que Matty Smith sera le meneur de jouet dont on a grandement besoin, et c'est tout ce que je lui souhaite, bien entendu, et une grande saison avec nous. Voilà.
I think as soon as I met Steve and the things he was saying about the club, the direction they were going in, the players that were already here, but the players that he was looking to sign as well. I just think the club's going somewhere special. I think it has been for a few years now, gradually getting better and better, and I see myself wanting to win more trophies, and I believe that, you know, Catalans and Steve can do that. You know, they did it last year in the Challenge Cup, and I feel like we can go one step, you know, further and be more successful. So I think that's what it is. It's all about winning for me, you know, and being in a club and you know, wanting to win and having, you know, that kind of goal at the end of it. You know, not just playing to play, you know, playing to win. So you know, I've always done that. I've always chose clubs that I feel like I can go and add something to, and maybe, you know, win something with. So that's, you know, exactly why I picked, you know, Catalans. Very hard.
Normal.
Yeah, normal. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's you know, a lot of testing stuff week 1, weights testing, fitness testing, and the boys and myself, you know, we're doing all right. We're doing well. We've come back in great shape. So you know, looking just to add on to that now, and hopefully, you know, from now until December, you know, get as fit as we can, and then we're into January and we're a month off the season. So yeah, it's just about getting into the best shape you can possibly get into. But the first week was definitely difficult, hard.
Je peux poser une petite... Excuse-moi, je peux te couper, parce que moi je suis interpellé par ce qu'il vient de dire, parce que on m'a toujours dit, moi, que les entraînements à Wigan étaient très très durs. Alors quand il dit qu'ils sont durs ici, comment il compare ça? C'est parce que Steve est très dur, alors, ou comment?
Yeah, I think every pre-season different. I think, you know, Wigan was a lot of the kind of wrestle stuff, and where Saints was a lot of skill-based stuff. But you know, everyone does the similar type testing stuff. So you know, I've only had a week here, but the testing last week, we had 3 difficult, you know, running testing drills, and then we're into weights testing. And I to be honest, I didn't expect that week 1 to be like that. So it's good. You know, I want to come into an environment where everyone's working hard and everyone's after one goal, and that's to win. And you're only going to do that by doing the tough stuff, doing the hard work, and that's, you know, that starts when people are not even, you know, it's just us. You know, the outside can't see that hard work that goes into it, but you know, you've got to get yourself right for the start of the year.
Control. There's great control over the teams that he plays with. Composed. He's won grand finals. He's won Challenge Cup finals. He's got man of the matches in those games, those big games. He was involved in the Test series win when I was England coach against New Zealand. We never picked him for the first and second games, but we needed that control in game 3. And he came in and got man of the match in that game. And that's the type of player he is. He's not as spectacular as some of the other halves in the competition, but the influence that he has over the rest of the team, from my experience with Matty, is huge, and I'm looking forward to him doing that with our group this year.
Oh, I think so for the players. I mean, Steve probably will know more than me on that, but I think it does. I think when you win, you believe that you can win again. I think good teams win cups. You know, great teams need to do it again, and I think that's what we're open to do. But yeah, it does. It gives belief. You know that you can do it. You can get on the big stage and perform and play well and lift the trophy. So, you know, the Catalans obviously did it last year, and they've got a lot of winners in their squad now, and that's hopefully that'll stem something to be be more successful this year.
Yeah, I think the other thing there with Matty is clearly disappointed not to play a bigger part last year for St Helens than he did, and that creates extra motivation as well. So for us physically, you know, he's probably not taken as much damage last year, so it's probably good for us this year. We're a long way in front of where we were last season, at this point in pre-season, in so many ways. The physical condition of the players, the strength of our staff, the strength of our club as a whole is a long way on, and the competition for places is going to be intense. And if we're going to win things, if we're going to continue to compete to win, we need that strength in depth and we need that competition. So we'll see how pre-season unfolds. I think the big thing on that, Yannick, was the players learned that winning doesn't happen by accident. It's not chance. You have to invest in what you do to get performances. If you get your performances, you give yourself a better chance of winning, and that was the biggest thing the players learned. And once they got that and started producing that, the performances were outstanding, and then the belief comes on the back of that. But it was understanding that this doesn't happen by accident. You have to work. You have to have a plan for this to happen.
I think the consistency is important, isn't it? Not just throughout the season. I think throughout the games as well. You know, there's times where you can play well for 40 minutes, 60 minutes, and then you lose concentration and the consistency goes, and you end up losing the game. So for us, I think it's about being consistent in games, being consistent throughout the year, and hopefully, we can bring that and win games. I mean, the Catalans obviously didn't start well last year, and they ended up finishing really well, winning the Challenge Cup, and they could have, with a couple of more games, probably got in the 4. So it's, if we start better, I think we give ourselves a better chance, and hopefully we can do that.
We're a French team. We're a French identity. Quite clearly, we've added some English players and some English staff to a already strong French contingent, and it's very important for me that we'll never lose that identity. We're a French team, we're a Catalans team, and it's important for us all to embrace that the very best we can. Some of us learn it quicker than others, but for us, without doubt, attempting to do that and trying to do that is very, very important. And people like Thomas Bosch, are invaluable for our coaching group in terms of making sure we stay on track with that.